KC Johnson provides some insight on what the intentions are for the Chicago Bulls for this upcoming draft. Are they really trying to be the Indiana Pacers 2.0? Do the players on the team fit that philosophy? And is there a free agent out there that makes sense for the Chicago Bulls? Y'all know we're going to talk about it all and break it down, but you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys of Cognac Boy Bobby. And I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word, bro?
We back, B. Let's get it, man. What up?
It's definitely been a minute. Your boy been traveling and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But now we back on bringing y'all some of this Chicago Bulls content, man. We hearing from KC Johnson via Bleacher Nation, saying that KC Johnson provided some insight into the Chicago Bulls plan and how they're going to approach the draft. KC Johnson went on to say this, y'all. One thing I have heard consistently about the Bulls is that they are very focused on stylistically how whoever the pick is, the pick in the first round will fit with their new philosophy. They're obviously trying to emulate the Indiana Pacers. Get deep, play fast, have two-way players, depth at the wings, and depth at the front court. C-Dub, before we get into diving into it, what is your initial thoughts with hearing that stuff right there?
I definitely agree with him, my man KC Johnson. I think that's a good move from the Chicago Bulls. I think they're well on the way they performed in the last half of the season that just passed. They just got a lot of patching up to do to get to that level where they going 10 deep with 10 players that know how to play high intense, high stakes NBA basketball.
I think initially just hearing it, I think that, I would say that's kind of like how you want to play nowadays, simply because if you look around, it's, hey, you want to push the pace. You don't necessarily just want to have three superstars on a team simply because that won't even allow you to be able to be successful nowadays, simply because that second apron that a lot of organizations are afraid of. And hell, you look at not only the Indiana Pacers, you look at the Boston Celtics, just a bunch of guys that can go out there and just hoop. I ain't saying we on that level, but if you look at the Chicago Bulls, it would be more feasible for them to try to map out a team in that way. But C-Dub, is Josh Giddy comparable to a what the hell? A Halliburton? I'm just saying that'll be my first question, though.
Yeah. I knew you was going to come with this question, and let's just take a look at it. Halliburton averages 17 and 11. We know how good he is. He controls the pace of the game. I would say he's one of the top 3 point guards in the league today. He can shoot it. He's not the top 3 point shooter in this league, but he's an effective 3 point shooter. Josh Giddy is close. He's close. He's not Halliburton. He's close, though. He does have his playmaking eye. The shooting, I think Halliburton is a little bit better. That's not saying that Halliburton is Klay Thompson or nothing. I just think Halliburton is a better shooter than Josh. Josh definitely could fit in that role. If you look at his numbers, he had a 20-point triple-double he was averaging in like the last 20 games. So absolutely he can do it and do it a little bit better because I'm riding with my squad.
Of course, you're gonna ride with the squad, but I think that if we trying to make comparisons between the two, like if we break down some of the things they do want to go out there and spread the wealth. You could say both players want to spread the wealth. Both guys are not great 3-point shooters, but to your point, effective 3-point shooters. Both guys are not great defensively, but they are capable defenders when they put that effort in. I think it's just what is going to come down to me for the determining factor if the Chicago Bulls really are leaning into this type of philosophy is, can Josh Giddy control the pace like a Tyrese Halliburton? Because I think that's what's been separating the Indiana Pacers from a lot of teams, or at least been placing them in the position that they're in right now, because Tyrese Halliburton, man, is just is surgical on how he could just control the pace no matter what. Like if you down 9 points with what, a minute left? What was it, 9 points with a minute left, and you still able to get your team up and down the court, make the right decisions, and take care of the basketball? Because that's one thing we knocked Josh Giddy on this season. We was like, bro, you can't be doing them bonehead passes, bro. Tyrese Halliburton don't have too many high turnover games. So I think that it'll be very, very interesting to see if Josh Giddy can tone down those turnovers, but also control the pace. To that, you say what?
I would say that he's a young player. He's still 22 years old. Let's not forget that he's still learning. He's yet to even sniff his prime yet. So I think all of that will fix itself. It comes with experience and time. I think this kid is very comparable to this guy, Tyrese Halliburton. I think he has a little bit better upside than Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton can get better defensively, and he can get better shooting wise. Josh Giddy is probably comparable already to Tyrese Halliburton shooting. And defensively, we got to say, it was night and day from the first part of the season to the last part of the season. And what that show you, even if it wasn't good enough for you, that he does show hard work and dedication, and the results come quick. The hard he works. So I would bet on Josh Giddy becoming even a better player than Tyrese Halliburton. How about that?
Of course you're gonna do it because you homie. but and you ain't never gonna try to get no love to the Indiana Pacers. I already know what type of time you want. I ain't gonna lie to you, but hey, can we both agree that when it comes to that clutch factor, you gotta lean Tyrese Halliburton at least
Absolutely.
right now?
Absolutely. Ain't no cap in my back.
Okay, for sure. Hey, but I think that has just come with experience and time. Yeah. I think that Tyrese Halliburton has had those moments, and he's been able to step up in those moments. And you got to show love to him and tip your cap to him for sure. But see, Doug, my next question is, who's going to be the Nesmith and Nembhard? Is Coby White Nembhard? Who's the Nesmith?
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I knew you was going to come up with this. Now, let's compare the team.
I'm just saying.
Look. Let's compare. Are we already comparing Josh Giddy with Tyrese Halliburton? I think that's a good comparison. Now, Nembhard, this is going to be crazy. I think that's Coby White. I think they're the same size guys. They can get buckets from the three-point range. They can get a 3-level scores. He is 3-level scorer. He a 3-level scorer. I think Coby White is a little bit better. When you look at Siakam, this was hard for me.
See, you going away, but I'll let you finish.
What?
We said Nembhard. We ain't even get to.
Oh, you want to get there? I'll just stay with Nembhard.
I got you for Siakam. I got you. Right?
All right, then go ahead. I'll say Coby White will be a great comparison to Nembhard, but Coby White's a better player, so that will make the Bulls team a little bit better. Go ahead.
So who's the Nesmith on the Chicago Bulls?
Oh, so I'm going. Oh, okay.
But
Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo Dosunmu is the Nesmith on this team. You want to talk about defense? That's their number one tool. That's the number one thing they ask Ayo to do. Play defense. Second thing they ask Ayo to do, be respectable offensively. And he's done that overdid that to the utmost degree. I think that's Naismith, and Ayo's a better player than Naismith, so that would make us better.
We're not talking about who better.
Oh.
I'm just saying, we're trying to compare if the Chicago Bulls, with this philosophy being placed out by KC Johnson, could be of Indiana Pacers, quote unquote, 2.0. That's all we try to do. My man's out here talking about who better.
Ayo, bro.
I know.
Who you got? Ayo or Nesmith, bro?
I gotta go with the man that's been playing this season. I'm gonna go with the Indiana Pacers, Nesmith. Right now. Hey, you can go ahead.
Ayo for Chicago game.
You can go ahead and call it how you want. The man Nesmith is a bigger player. The man Nesmith just hit 6 threes in the fourth quarter to clutch it. I ain't seen that. You trying to that's why I ain't want to get into this with you. We talking about
act like y'all ain't see Ayo ain't shoot 40% from 3.
We talking about 6 in the clutch.
Good fuck, he did it one time. What the fuck? Damn.
I'm just saying, hey, hindsight is 2020. I'm just letting you know what I saw. That's it.
I swear to God, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Where the loyalty, bro?
That's all I'm saying, bro. No, ain't no damn loyalty. We calling it how we see it.
What makes Neesmith better than Io? What?
Right now, I got the better defender. Right now, I got the guy that's a little bit more clutch than my man's. Hey, Ayo Dosubo, his season was cut short. You can't say he better right now, bro.
I can say what the fuck I want.
You can say
Io
whatever, but hey, I don't give a damn.
Io better.
Everybody knows C Dub is homing right now.
Yo, chat. Who better, Io or Neesmith? Let me know in the chat. Chat say Neesmith.
I'm just saying. Y'all
Go
know,
ahead. I'm waiting
y'all
for you to
already
get to
know.
Siakam because this is gonna be a good one when you get to Siakam.
So the Siakam comp, you're
Go
gonna get a
ahead.
guy who don't necessarily need to go out there and get you 30 every night, but look like he can go out there and when it's necessary, be able to show up in those moments. Is Montes Buzelis, yo Pascal Siakam, if you're saying that the Chicago Bulls are the Chicago Pacers.
Hey, I like that comparison. I was definitely gonna go. I seen somebody in the chat going with that too. I think that's the shot. I'll put that on Montes Buzelis. I think Pascal. I think it's obvious that Pascal's a better player, experience. He won a championship. He been through a lot of shit as an NBA player. Montes will have a bit better career. He has a better ceiling than Pascal Siakam. He can do more things than Pascal Siakam. I'm going with Montes. We already got him there, Montes.
I'm just saying, does he fit the he go trying to shit on the Pacers? Cause he a old school bullhead and he seen Michael Jordan go ahead and kill the Indiana Pacers plenty of times. We just try to see what's to it. With the Bulls don't have a Miles Turner.
I was waiting till don't blow it. Wait till you get there because I want to get there.
Now, but I think that when you think of if you are starting to make those comparisons, I think Montes Buzelis could fit that role. The guy that you necessarily just want to be, you know what I'm saying? That how could I say this? That calming factor. Calming factor. Because I feel like when Pascal Siakam in the last game, not the game that Cat went off, but in game 2, you seen Pascal Siakam just say, all right, give me the ball. I got the high hand. Let's go feed me. I'm finna do a little bit of everything. Go crazy on the defense, go crazy on the offense, and I'm ending up with 39. You know what I'm saying? So Montes Buzelis, if you're looking at that, you looking at that situation like Montes Buzelis, the more athletic player, can he be able to establish himself to have a nice midi? Can he be comparable and consistent enough from the 3-point range? And then the philosophy starts to come together a little bit more with those comparisons if the Chicago Bulls are really trying to push for this type of philosophy. Now we lean on to the Miles Turner stuff. Nah, the Bulls don't have a Miles Turner.
They don't have a Miles Turner.
Yeah, they don't have a Miles Turner right now.
And
I don't even think Zach Collins can fit that mold right
now.
No,
absolutely not. I'm not even finna entertain that shit. But in a draft, do you see something like a semblance or something like a Miles Turner in a draft?
I have not, bro. Maybe I'm missing something.
Thomas Sorber is a little bit. He'll give you a little bit of, but he don't bring the offense that
he don't space
Miles
the
Turner.
floor in the way that a Miles Turner does. You're gonna get the defense, but I don't think you're gonna be able to space the floor. If you're looking at some type of floor spacing of the floor,
it ain't a lot
I don't know if it's Derek Queen, simply because if you look at Derek Queen and you compare him to Miles Turner, you will say Miles Turner is a little bit more athletic than him. But I would say offensively, Derek Queen has the potential to be better offensively when looking at both of those guys. But you still got to be able to see Derek Queen put together that offense on the NBA floor before we can even come to that determination.
Let me add this to it, though. Okay. You saying Miles Turner because he's the eraser. He's the ones that controls the paint. He blocks the shots. He anchors the defense in the back. Who was the leading shot blocker for the Chicago Bulls last season?
My man's the Rook.
Montes Buzelis. Okay, let me cook. Okay. So that don't mean we have to have the same exact team as the Indiana Pacers.
Fair enough.
We can have a Derek Queen, and Montes Buzelis can be the eraser.
Fair
you
enough.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think that's because I don't think you're gonna perfectly emulate them.
You're not.
So I think that's a great way to put it out there and provide context, simply because you ain't gonna be able to do everything that they do. And the Chicago Bulls are gonna have to pivot and make decisions on their own to see how they can, you know what I'm saying, navigate themselves to where they could be a team that can get up and down the court, that can go out there and make plays and be, you know what I'm saying, be able to control the pace. I think that's what has separated the Indiana Pacers from a lot of teams this season is just controlling the pace. Nobody throws them off. I think the most that we seen it was the last game that the Knicks played
Yeah.
versus what is it? Yeah, game 3. I think that was the most we seen them thrown off simply because nobody expected Landry Shamet and the right guy to come off the bench and just play 94 feet. Nobody
Yeah.
expected that. But throughout these playoffs, they running their own pace, they running their own speed.
Yeah, bro. Like to play against the Indiana Pacers, bro, you're gonna have to slow the game down and you're gonna have to play mistake-free basketball. You can't be turning the ball over.
Absolutely.
You can't be having dumb ass possessions. You have to be absolutely as perfect as you can because this team wants to get up and down. They got 5 people on the court at all times that can score the basketball in a myriad of ways. That's a tough team to deal with. They've been through a lot of struggles. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals already. They won an in-season tournament. I don't give a damn if you don't like it. They ain't win it. They winner up in the in-season tournament.
Yeah, runner up. Yep.
So they've been through a lot of high stakes game. But also, I know you finna get to it. We gotta get to their bench too. They bench.
Yeah, I was gonna say who the TJ McConnell.
We don't have it.
It seemed like this month, bro. It first of all, he always come whoop the Bulls every single time.
Every time.
But then every single time you need some type of energy from this guy. He just right there to provide you with everything that you absolutely need for the Indiana Pacers. And you look at that team, it just be ridiculous for how TJ McConnell can do. But how far off is the bench? I think you look at Alonzo, if he's not moved. I look at an Io. That's some good pieces you look at there. Maybe a Julian Phillips if he can continue to take steps forward. You look at a Jalen Smith, you might be like, but a Zach Collins maybe coming off the bench still might be good for you. How you look at that the bench? Because I think that the Bulls got some good bench players with experience.
Okay, I'm gonna do this in a blanket way. I'm gonna do it for the entire bench. Look at Indiana bench. Look at the Chicago Bulls bench. The Indiana Pacers depend on these guys to get in the game and perform.
Yeah.
You're going to see them every single game. You're going to see Mathurin. You're going to see Toppin. You're going to see TJ McConnell. You're going to see Ben Shepherd. You're going to see Thomas Bryant. And they're expected to go in and continue the style of play that they play. But it changes once TJ McConnell comes in because he's not the playmaker. They want him to come in and just score, attack. And that's what he does. He just attacks every single time. The Bulls have players that you will see 2 straight games and you won't see for a week. You will see 3 straight games you won't see for a month. We have an undependable bench. They have a bench that is dependable and they rely on them, bro.
I think you got some. To your point, I agree
it.
with 100% of where you going with it. Because to your point, hey, we know Lonzo can come in if healthy. He can come in and be a constant force off the bench. You know, Ayo Dosunmu, definitely a 6-man off the bench, can be a constant force. But then after that, you looking at Dalen Terry like, yes, we like what you've seen this past season from him as the season went on, and he earned the respect of his coaches. I personally believe Dalen Terry earned the respect of his coaches, and I hope that he's able to take a step forward this season. But it's not on me, it's on him. Julian Phillips has kind of still been in that same little up and down roller coaster with him. So you got to see what's to that. And then I don't know how you feeling about Trey Jones. I don't necessarily know if he sticks around. I really like him to hopefully stick around. I don't know if you want to, you know what I'm saying, depend on Red Velvet. I'd rather look at him to move him personally.
Me too.
And then Jalen Smith fell to the wayside. So to your point, it's been inconsistent. They still trying to figure it out. And I say you got to find a way to figure it out.
And the only way that we can get to that is we start playing games that's meaningful, bro. All this shit, this tournament, what is that shit called? The what's that tournament we always lose in to the Miami Heat? I just lost my blank. The play-in tournament going to them, not really high stake games. So it's like half-hearted it want to play because you think it's like a constellation for the season. Nobody really taking it serious. Only the Miami Heat from 3 years ago took it serious.
Hey,
bro.
What about the coaching discrepancy though?
Uh,
Carlisle's a motherfucker.
oh, it's a big coach. We got an NBA champion. He been
Carlisle
coaching
is
in
a mother.
NBA for decades. We got Donovan,
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
I almost call him Donovan McMitchell.
We got Billy Donovan, who is a good coach. Let's not get that don't get that confused.
Yeah,
Billy
sure.
Donovan's a good coach. I hate some of the things that he does. He's frustrating. He get on my damn nerves. I wouldn't be mad if we change his ass. But he a good coach. But we talking about Mercedes to fucking Honda, bro. This man already won an NBA championship. You already know how hard that is. I know this man won 2 national championships, but it's easier because you in a power school in Florida where you're gonna get the best players. And then when you come to the NBA, it's the best of the best. You ain't even he came close. He came close.
Well, OKC.
OKC, but he's not Jim Carrey's doppelganger, bro. He's not.
I guess, bro. It's definitely one of those
What do you
things.
mean you against? You gotta agree.
Look, it's just what came out, bro.
Do you agree that motherfucker is a Mercedes? Jim Carrey doppelganger is a Mercedes, and this motherfucker a Hyundai. Billy Donovan.
I agree. There's a gap. Oh, bro, it costs more for that maintenance. What you talking about? It costs more for that maintenance. Hell is you talking about? And one gonna drive way better. Hell is you talking about? For real, because it's definitely one of those, man. But hey, it's interesting to hear this philosophy to see that. I mean, with the philosophy, before we move on and get ready to close it out, but with the philosophy, how many pieces away are the Chicago Bulls to fit the philosophy?
I think that's that's
3,
yet to
4?
be the I think no, I can't. I don't think me personally, I don't think you can put a number on it.
Okay.
Because you can make a move that can propel, that can fast forward you.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a move that can reverse you.
Mm.
You can make a move that can stall you out. And it's up to AK. And I don't know how much confidence I have in them. They in the right direction, nephew. You seen the way they score points at the end of the season. They in the right direction. Now we just need to experience AK and Eversley. They need to finish the building job. Finish the foundation is already set. You go ahead and sign Giddy. You got Montes Buzelis. I don't know how y'all feeling about Kobe White, but Kobe White deserves at least this one more year to me to prove that he can get even better. Because I need him to show up in big time games. I need him to show up.
I agree. And then to your point, that might be a move that could reverse course.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of discussions about, hey, let's draft this player and trade Kobe White for this player. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that shit look good, but sometimes that called you to take steps back before you could take steps forward, which sometimes it works out in your favor with a little bit more patience, but we already being patient. If we keeping it a buck, we being patient right now for the Chicago Bulls. So I think that the way that they got to move and analyze this, they got to be strategic and have a clear vision on how they're trying to move with this. Because at the end of the season, it was, we looking forward to our draft pick and we want to add a player. So if you draft a player and add a player and then pivot from a player, that's kind of going off course, at least from what we heard. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely agree. I just want to add this point, and I don't even want to add context in because I've been hearing all these reports and shit. If Paul George played 1 minute for the Chicago Bulls, that's a reverse that we ain't getting back, bro. So y'all forget about that, AK. Forget about that. Forget it.
My man said forget about it. But
don't do that.
Hey, I'm just saying, just real quick though, is it any free agent you looking at out there that might be coming in? I see names like Malik Beasley.
Yeah. I'm looking at
specialists who can come and help, but
I don't know if these guys are free agents, but I'm looking at Dallas and all those bigs they got over there. I don't think they're gonna carry all those bigs.
Trade package.
Right. That's what I'm looking at because they can't carry all of them. All of them need to play. They can't play all of them.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I would say you got to give us Gafford. We know we
Why
drafted him.
y'all go for the low shit? Get
'Cause
lively.
They not trade them. I don't.
Who ain't trading them?
They could very well do it.
What?
I don't necessarily think that they will.
Who? It don't hurt to ask. What the
I
fuck?
know it don't. I'm just saying. I don't.
Shit.
It doesn't come in my mind because I don't see them trading the younger player.
Which one would you want? Lively or Gafford?
I probably go with the younger guy,
Yeah.
Lively, simply because
He's
you
perfect.
get you get more runway.
No, he's
But
not
then
perfect for us. He's not perfect.
You get more runway, but then at the same time, Daniel Gafford, hey,
They the same, nephew. They the
they're
same.
pretty much the same. But I'm
Yeah.
saying if you want one, you go with the younger guy.
Yeah, that's lively shit. But
Yeah,
I would
I would
that would be like my fifth like plan. That'd be my plan D or some shit. You know what I'm saying, nephew?
I got you
Yeah.
for sure.
Pause on the letter though.
It's goofy. A bunch of people in the chat, man. We out
What
here
up?
kicking it before these finals kick off. Well, the
These
conference finals
motherfuckers
kick
all
off.
right there.
Jay Capone in the building. What's the word, folks? Now, what up, my boy?
My
Daniel
bro.
in the building. Happy Tuesday. I'm almost saying something crazy. They could have been if they drafted Halliburton. Yeah.
They had a chance, bro. Yes.
You ain't wrong on that.
Yep.
So do you think we keep Trey Jones if we trade Lonzo? I think that you should.
If you trade Lonzo, go ahead, nephew.
I just said if that happens, you trade Lonzo, you gotta keep Trey Jones.
Oh, I'm with nephew 100%. If you trade Lonzo, you got a guy that can fit right in, right there. Is he a unrestricted free agent this year, right?
Not too
He
sure.
right. I think he unrestricted free. You got it. You can get him. If you trade Lonzo,
no, I think they traded for his right, so he might be restricted.
Okay.
If I'm looking at it correctly.
My boy Nas.
Nas, what up, dog? Been a minute. Bulls front office definitely got to make smarter decisions because owner don't go into luxury chat. Can't afford to overpay anymore. P. Will is devastating enough. Shout out to Deuce.
That's a good statement, right?
Facts. The shot said Montes is Siakam. Hey, man, I just hope that they give this kid a way more opportunity.
I'm glad you said that.
To eat.
I'm glad you said that.
Eat.
Do you agree he can't play the same way? They can't just stick him in the corner no more.
Hell nah, no more sticking in the corner.
None of that.
You need him to be running up and down this court. The outlet going to him. He touching the ball, 3-point shot. Let's see what the kid's made of.
I want to see the mid. I want to see the mid game. I want to see that mid game.
Guys, it's Queen, Fleming, Sorber, and Wolf. What you seen Danny Wolf hoop?
I like both of Sorber, and Queen. I'll be good with that.
Do you think Igor Deming is a smoke screen? I would say it's a potential smoke screen. Personally.
It is a potential smoke screen, bro. Like y'all think y'all slick. Y'all go trade Lonzo. They try to bring Igor in to like calm us down. Like I don't know about Igor, bro. He's not a good shooter. No. He's a good passer, but we got good passers. What the fuck we want to play hot potato? Get some scores in this motherfucker, bro.
Bingo. Trade Lonzo for Gafford. C-Dub, you willing to let him go?
I'll trade Lonzo for Lively.
Would you trade him for Gafford? Yes or no?
No. Hey, bro said I'm going.
Ant-Man says Queen has near 7'1" wingspan and was a block and a steal machine last year. He got hands like Ray Rice. Oh my God. Hold on.
He do. He do. He's funny as hell.
Hold on.
He's funny as hell. Hey, I love the Queen, bro. Queen gonna be a monster.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we talked about Thomas Sorber, man. We got a video on Thomas Sorber on our channel. I believe C-Dub covered him. No, I covered him.
I did a short as well.
One of us covered him, but it's still a video on there that you could check out, man. Go ahead and check him out. But I like what the young kid is made of. I think that he'll be aggressive, and I think he'll be a good piece for the Chicago Bulls, personally.
He an old school big man. He can shoot the three. That ain't his go-to. You know what I'm saying? I think he shot like 30%.
Rough him up.
Yeah, but he a professional now. You get better. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I watched. Hey, Danny Wolf got a lot of offensive game, but he got a lot of offensive game, but can he move them big ass feet? Is the question. And he from Michigan, and you know I got a ride for my squad, but can he move them feet? And he not. I think that Josh Giddy would thrive with a lob threat. Just me personally.
I think we owe it to him to get him one.
Because as much as they're gonna run pick and roll with Josh Giddy, I think that's one of his strengths. You got to have a guy that's gonna be able to go up and get the ball to slam it down.
If I'm gonna say this, nephew, if he get that one of those type of guys, he gonna average a double this season.
That's what I'm saying.
He gonna average a double.
Shit, or close to it, because Tyrese Halliburton, his season stats is 18-9. What would an 18-9 do for the Chicago Bulls? A lot.
Damn, Tyrese. Them seem low, bro. How good he is. Them seem like some low numbers.
Yeah.
Why seem so low?
We wonder why players don't develop yet. We get rid of Pete Patton and Billy D doesn't give his young guys minutes. But Acme says they want to focus on player development, but are ranked 30th in the office.
Oh, they just focusing on player development? How long we been talking about player development, nephew?
A long time.
Poor Dalen. Poor Sanogu. He back in Africa some damn well.
Simonovic went back to Montenegro.
Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, man. We got rid of them guys, but hopefully that coaching staff, I think you got Wes Unseld Jr. over there as part of your coaching staff. Hopefully he could be some intricate part to the development of these players, man.
Let's just get him back. Let's go get Patton back, bro. Go fuck wrong with y'all.
Kobe needs a haircut. I'm done looking at the 5-year-old hair. My son had that hair before his haircut.
He changed his name too, nephew. Ja Lloyd. Look at my man Lloyd, bro. Let me see that shit. How you spelled it again? J Law Lloyd.
Funny as hell. Hey, that man Ahmad said, man, Marco had potential. That's what I thought. I went, hey, first summer league game. I'm C-Dub. Show him some respect. C-Dub was like, hell no, it's summer league.
It's summer league.
Came out game 2, 3 in summer league and was cheeks.
That motherfucker could get a dunk off. Boy, he said he get blocked. Hey, Lloyd. I got something for Lloyd. Lloyd gonna be a mod, bro.
But hey, though. Shout out to my man's Itchy Go. He said, bring back Gafford.
I don't want Gafford back, bro.
Bring him back, bro.
It don't feel right.
You ain't getting Lively.
His ass back.
You ain't getting Lively.
You don't know that. I want Lively.
How you feel when Kurt Heinrich came back? You was just cool, right?
Because that's Kurt, bro.
Bring back Gafford.
Gafford ain't even set. You know, he ain't planting his flag in Chicago. Bro, he don't give a fuck about Chicago, bro. He had success in Dallas. He don't give a fuck. What you mean?
What you mean, man? Bring him back.
Petty as fuck, bro.
Yeah, like we bringing Tony Bradley. Hey, Tony Bradley was out there the other night.
He was in the playoffs, bro.
I like Danny Wolf too.
Can I keep calling him the B word, bro? I can't even call him Biddy word no more.
Hey, I like Danny Wolf too. He can hoop, and I think he moved well. It's just that my concerns with the def. I got 2 concerns. Can he be able to defend and move his feet in the NBA? Why the hell is he not a lob threat with all that offensive talent? But I like him. That's all. I don't think no prospect is perfect in this draft. So I gotta, nitpick a little bit.
It definitely ain't a perfect, not even
Flag.
The kid at the top. Cooper Flag.
Not even Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
All these guys gotta develop. But hey, man, we about to roll up out of here. C-Dub, you got anything left, bro?
No, sir. Y'all stay in tune. We dropping daily content on the way. We appreciate all the love y'all been giving us. We trying to get on our way all the way to 8,000. We almost there, like 39 or something like that.
So if you hit that like button and subscribe.
Oh, bro.
But all right, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode, man. And them lines are open, y'all. Y'all want to call in and be a part of the mailbag? The number is in the center of your screen, and the number to do so is 773-242-9219. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red. And y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac. Gang.